Hi guys, happy Advent Day. Another day, check down to Christmas. Today we're gonna make these cute little light bulb ornaments. You could use them as ornaments, you could use them as gift tags, you can use them as placeholders. Let's just get started. So for this light bulb, this is the template you're gonna get. You are going to cut these out and just use this as your pattern to cut your pieces. I cut them out of chipboard. This little piece right here, if you really want to, you could just cut like a straight line with a big circle and just hole punch the center in if you don't want to get super precise. We are going to decoupage on these two pieces, and this one I'm just going to antique. I'm going to use this really pretty napkin. So any decorator napkins you have or you see, you could use. So I wanted a bird on it. I'm going to cut a little further this way, so I know I have enough room. So I am going to use this piece for this. I wanted this to be red. So you literally could just paint it red, or I am just gonna cut this and piece it and put red on the top. So I got these napkins from Victoria from the Ooh La La shop, and she's online, but you can use any napkins you've got. The hardest part of the whole thing was separating it. I put just a tiny bit of glue stick on my finger and started at the outside edge where I'm not too concerned. And I just pulled that one off. You just want to make sure it doesn't stick and tear your paper. But this is what I had to do to get them apart. And this is a 3-ply. So you need to make sure you get all your plies apart. Because if you don't and you try to decoupage it on, they start coming apart when you get them decoupaged. And then very carefully take them apart so you don't rip your paper. And you could even keep these to stamp on and decoupage. On a few, I used a Mod Podge and a decoupage medium to get these on. On the last ones, I found it was almost easier just to use a glue stick. And you could use any type of a medium you would like to put this on. And very carefully smooth it out. Since I'm not using a liquid medium, it's not going to bubble up at all. But you do still have sticky on your fingers, so you need to make sure you get that off or you're gonna rip your paper. Putting glue stick on this top part of the bulb. And once again, use your favorite way of adhering paper. So that will be all covered in red. And then I am just gonna sand the excess off. So if you have a little emery board, that would work just fine because these are very, very small. I'm just using my little sanding block. You don't want anything too rough or you'll just shred your paper. I don't mind if it comes off the edges a little bit because I'm gonna antique it, but I wanna try to keep it intact as well as I can. I'm just going in between those little grooves there. So after you've sanded both of these, then I'm gonna put them all together and antique them. So I'm just gonna put a little rim of Aleene's glue. You could use any type of glue or a double stick tape, whatever you'd like. Set this over the top edge. Then I'm just gonna put a little glue on this stem here. If you didn't wanna use this, you could use any type of a hook. You could make a wire hook, you could use some thread, anything you would like to hang this. Okay, I'm gonna let this set and then we are going to stamp it and antique it. So now I'm just gonna stamp Merry Christmas at the bottom, and this is from my Merry and Bright IOD stamp, but you could stamp any sentiment or none. And then I'm going to antique it. I'm taking my vintage photo distressing ink and going around the edges. And then on the top, since I decided not to decoupage that, I am just going to distress the top of that. Now I'm gonna get gloss sealer. I'm gonna put it over and that will reactivate the distressing. And while that's on, I'm gonna put glitter on it. So I'm just using my polyacrylic Minwax, and it's a crystal clear and it's a gloss. For some reason this season I've been wanting to do gloss. And you can see it's also moving the antiquing around on here and it reactivates it. And while that is still very wet, I am going to add some fun glitter. Now, if you wanted this to be very bright and vibrant, you could have painted your cardstock white before you started. Or you could just use a heavy white cardstock or chipboard, and this would be a little brighter underneath. I didn't mind that, and I thought this came out very cute the way it is. So I'm just gonna let this dry, and then we can hang these on a tree. Okay guys, you gotta admit, this was pretty easy, wasn't it? So don't forget, click on the link below the video, and you can get this cute little template. And you could use anything you would like on these, whether you wanted to paint them and stamp them, use any type of napkins or decoupage paper or whatever images you already have. I just hope you give this a try, but whatever you do, have fun, happy Advent.